reactors, we're back again with episode 7 of Rings of Power. After a banger of an episode, yes, I enjoyed that, and quite a lot of people did enjoy episode 6. So I am very excited to continue this story and to reel in episode 7. What did you guys think about last week's episode? Hopefully you guys saw my reaction to that. If not, it's linked above me, and it will be linked at the end screen of this video. Completely was surprised, floored by episode 6, and then that cliffhanger of an ending, whoo, made me that much excited. You guys saw how excited I was in my last reaction, and hopefully it is the same with episode 7. Let's keep this train rolling, because after this episode, we got the finale to season 1, given the fact that it's been confirmed, they are filming season 2 of Rings of Power, so we can expect that maybe by the end of 2023 or the start of 2024. We shall see. But first, before we reel in, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the finale here at Reel It In Reactions. But with that being said, you know what it is. It's time to reel in the Rings of Power. Wow, what a shot. The title of this episode is The Eye, and the first shot is an eye. Oh man, who survived this event? I'm pretty sure there's got to be a lot of deaths. Galadriel, obviously, is alive, but who else? Whoa, that horse is on fire. This place is ruined. Theo! That's Theo!
Over here! Come here!
Okay, Theo's alive.
Soldier! Over here!
Oh, the queen is alive.
Valhalla!
No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! That's their boy! Alright, who else did we lose this episode?
Hurry, my queen! Go towards the bridge.
Get them out here!
Oh! Whoa! Whoa, get out of there! Well, we all know he's not dead. Hashtag Lord of the Rings. He's not dead. But the queen? Her face has got to be jacked up.
My great-grand used to speak of mountains to the south that could spit fire rock, only to wake again when a new evil is rising.
The darkness.
The big fella. Maybe he could fix it.
Yes, go on, Dory. Fix those wounds. What you waiting for?
He's done so much for us. It's my brood of us to ask more of him.
Right, y'all gonna hate on the guy, and then, oh, we need him. Hate on the guy, then ask for a favor. Man, get out of here, you ungrateful hobbits.
Great coats. It's working.
I'm not sure if it's working.
He's fixing it. Just like Static said he would. Telling you back!
Are you alright? Are you alright? I'm alright. I said, I'm alright.
I mean, y'all asked for a favor. Don't look at him like that. It just went bad. It was an accident. Gandalf didn't mean no harm.
He crafted us of two elements, fire and rock. The rock that lives within us hungers for the eternal, but the fire embraces the truth that all things must one day be consumed.
He's gonna reject.
I will not risk dwarven lives.
My friend is drowning.
Speak up. Speak up.
Reaching
Defend.
for me to pull him to shore. You expect me to swat his hand away because you're afraid of a bloody rockfall?
The fate of the elves was decided many ages ago by minds much wiser. Defy their will, and this entire kingdom might fall. Perhaps the entire Middle Earth. I am sorry, my son.
Damn.
Uncaring old fool!
What if he's right?
You're not
mad.
thinking of letting this...
Damn.
What kind of father would I be if I teach our children the will of a king should be counted as dross to be cast to the wind?
I shouldn't have said he had lice in his beard. Or called him a fool.
Yeah.
No.
Disa was furious.
So this is goodbye then,
We do not say goodbye. We say no more.
Namarie.
Means more than simply farewell.
I love Durin. I love Elrond. I love this friendship. What's going on? That's the key. Show your father. Oh my god. That worked.
Elrond!
Disa's eyes. Sauron! No, that would be stupid if, you know, Disa was Sauron.
What are you so bothered about? It isn't your fault.
Yes, it is.
I mean, she is right. It is her fault. She could have killed Adar, but was stopped by Halbrand. And then Halbrand could have killed Adar, but he was stopped by Galadriel. You know exactly how I feel about those two scenes. Adar should have been dead.
My queen. Take my horse.
And he's not with him. Isildur's not with him.
Captain, where is he? Where is my son?
I know he's alive, but that look on his father's face, whew, that's crushing.
Every war is fought both without and within. Of that every soldier must be mindful. Even I. Even you.
Why soldier then?
Perhaps we can make one of you yet.
There you go, Theo. It might not be the sword that you want, but it is a sword.
How much further until we're clear of this smoke?
That's not happening.
How long have we been clear of it?
Nearly a mile.
Keep walking, both of you. Guide my horse. No one need notice.
She's blind?
Melinda, please. Keep walking.
Wow. Gandalf is leaving. I mean, the stranger is leaving.
I gave power to the enemy. So that makes me responsible.
But I believe the wise also look upon what is in our hearts. And this was not in yours.
Everybody played a part in this downfall. Ooh, orcs. Orcs. Theo just wants to go to work. Oh, Durin. In the cave by yourself. You got Elrond.
You lost on purpose.
My aim was never to defeat you, but to gain your ear a while longer.
Very smart.
Father.
Feast your eyes on the truth.
Seize the elf.
They're gonna lock up Elrond. Oh my god. Never mind, they kicked him out.
How do you expect me to move mountains, Father? If you fall to pieces when I dig a single hole. You speak of greatness for me, but you suffocate in me any ambition, any desire.
Go ahead, Durin. Deliver it all.
To betray your own kind! No! It's you that's betrayed our kind! Squandering our future so you can cling to the past! You profane the crown you wear!
That did it for him? That line did it for him? He's a weak king! You are no king of mine. Look what he left behind. Now I want to see how the people would react to him coming back. Because he did them a big favor. Snap. Eminem returns. Uh-oh. Who are these people? It's a whole female group.
He went that way. Go on now.
What is it, jump scare? Oh, what the hell? Oh, wow. This show is just bringing up more questions. Who the hell is the stranger? I think it's Gandalf. And who the hell are these people? Oh my god. Oh my god, are there people in there? What the hell, Slim Shady? I hope to God there weren't people in there. I mean, it doesn't look like anyone was in there. Hopefully no one was in there. But if there was...
Beric. Please.
He won't listen to you. He won't listen to any of us.
There's only one person he'll listen to. And that person is supposedly dead? Go, spirit! Go!
I should never have pulled the elf on board. I should have left her in the sea where I found her.
Wow! Oh, how the tables have turned. And here's Galadriel showing up in the nick of time. Man, he switched up real quick. His mom is not dead. No way.
Theo?
Like I said, she's not dead. No more fake outs. Let's stop with that. Where's my guy at? Man, that is it's a very heartwarming moment.
The Queen Regent. Is she here?
Yo, she's going full Daredevil.
Preparations are nearly complete. We can depart within the hour.
You don't want to look for your son?
Do not spend your pity on me, elf. Save it. For our enemies. For they do not know what they have begun.
I thought she was going to be a savage and say some disrespectful stuff to Galadriel, but no.
I, Miriel, daughter of Ar Inziladun, vow this. Númenor will return. Captain!
Is he going to go... Go look for your son.
To help my friend.
The stranger.
Warn him what's coming. He deserves at least that.
Going off trail.
By yourself. By yourself.
She won't be alone.
Not without me.
Whole family's going, because I'm pretty sure Dad's going to go too.
I'm coming with you. Doesn't matter anyway, we're all gonna die.
In time. Wait, the dad's not tagging along?
But what of our king? Your king?
Oh shoot, I forgot all about Halbrand. Where is Halbrand at? Almost forgot all about him this whole episode.
I thought you had died.
What the hell happened to him?
His eyes too dim to see that no matter how many crests he hurls to the floor, one day this will be your kingdom.
Hoorah.
And together we will rule this mountain and all others before our time is done.
Oh, okay, Disa.
That mithril belongs to us.
Woo! She's speaking.
And together one day, we are going to dig.
Man had to plant one after that speech.
Seal it up.
One single leaf falls all the way down there. Oh! Y'all just can't move on to another scene after that. That was wild.
This is our home.
Hail Adar, Lord of the Southland.
They listening to this human.
That is the name of a place that no longer exists.
He wants a new name. But you telling me you gonna shove in 7 seconds of a Balrog and then just continue past that? And we still don't know who Sauron is. But hey, Eminem showed up this episode and blew it up. That was an episode. That's all I'll say. Now, in this review, I'm going to jump back and forth. As you guys know, if you don't know, this is how reactions work. My reactions are my highlight. If I had a Patreon, you guys could see my reaction in full with the time code stamp, but I don't have a Patreon, and you guys could truly see how I react in certain scenes. But I show you guys highlights. You know how it goes. But this episode right here, I gotta admit, it's a step down from episode 6. For me, some people might think this is a really good episode. Continuing from episode 6, which I think is phenomenal. But this episode felt like kind of a drag. Predictable at times. Felt a little bit inconsistent with some of its things is how I was feeling. Mainly, it felt like a drag for me in a few scenes. You know, some scenes felt really drawn out. The stakes, I mean, come on, guys. That the volcano erupts, you expect, what, mass casualties, right? And a couple people died that are shown to us. We really don't know how many people were affected by this. I mean, we have that one character who's good friends with Isildur that died. That was quite shocking, but other than that, I was just like, wow, no one else died? I mean, the queen is blind. That is quite surprising too as well. It just felt like the stakes were really low after such a crazy way to end episode 6 on a cliffhanger. You would think going into this episode, man, who's going to die? Like, how shocking is this going to get? And then they decide to go the route with thinking that Isildur is dead when we all know that he is alive. I mean, if he was dead, it'd be quite shocking. But obviously, we know he is alive. Hashtag Lord of the Rings. But obviously, the way it's looking in the finale is that Isildur will be found by Adar and the orcs. But that's where that is leading, is that the orcs will, find Isildur. And I think it's kind of crazy how his father would not go back and look for his own son. I mean, you're just going to give up and just take it as, he's dead after, his body was not found. I mean, I just thought that was very questionable. Like, it's your son. If you really care about your son, if anyone cares about their son or a child that is lost, and you don't get a body confirmation, you don't see it happen, you would, go back and look for him to see it with your own eyes. But he just, takes the word of the queen after we saw that they did not see a body. They just suspect that he's dead, and he just takes the word and gets on the ship and sails back to Númenor. And it's just like, huh? Go back and look for your kid. I will say another part that plays a little bit of how I was feeling in this episode is the Harfoots. Oh my gosh. Their story, it was intriguing at first at the beginning of the season, but now later in the season, as we come to the final conclusion of season 1, I gotta admit, it's kind of boring for me. There are some highlighted moments, but some moments it just feels like it's putting this story on a halt. Basically, the Harfoot story is just slowing down the rest of the story. You know what I'm saying? Then you get to the Harfoots and you're just like, okay, I want to go back to the other characters. That's how I feel whenever I see the Harfoots on my screen. But going into the finale, they are off to find the stranger. I'm surprised that the father did not want to tag along with his own daughter and her friend and his own wife, because that last shot, he was not with them. So that's shocking. Very questionable decisions and very questionable character changes in this episode. Disa, even though I did like her speech that she gave Durin in this episode, I was very shocked that, Disa was really, like, uptight in this episode. She was, like, I wouldn't say mad, but she was very pushy. That's how I take the situation on. She was very, do this, Durin, do this. This is your birthright. Take control of this. Like, I'm pretty sure Durin, as the man he is, I love Durin in this episode, knows what to do. But taking the advice of his wife, even though she was giving good advice, I felt like, where was this, in all the previous episodes? I just felt like she kind of acted different in this episode. But that's just how I am feeling. But the father conflict, I did enjoy in this episode between Durin and his father. I did enjoy that. And then him tossing down the leaf down there, and then you see fire disintegrate the leaf, and then boom, a Balrog is there. It's just like, what? You telling me they gonna keep digging? And they gonna keep digging, and then they're gonna come across that? That's going to be wild. But what if the Balrog down there just so happens in the finale, just to be a cliffhanger of the finale, just destroys the Dwarven Kingdom in the next episode before, going back to sleep? That'd be kind of crazy. It won't happen, but that'd be kind of crazy. I'm just saying. That'd be a great cliffhanger for the season finale. That's all I'm pitching. That's what I'm pitching. I don't want that to happen. It's just something I thought of, so I just, say it. But I'll throw in another positive. Durin and Elrond. I feel like it's every time they are in an episode together, every time they share a screen together, it's always good. And it makes the episode that much better, and it's, doesn't change in this episode. I mean, they are great in here. I really feel for them. Durin fighting for his friendship, and Elrond, pleading for his friend to persuade his father to save the elven, race. And Durin feels like he's losing a father in this episode, as they were just going back and forth, and it just felt like he was talking into a brick wall. His father would not budge, and the father just deciding to reject, Elrond's request and Durin's request. That was kind of a sad scene, but those two together, man, are seriously the highlight of this show. You can hate this show, you can like this show, but we all can agree that Durin and Elrond in this show is great. We can all agree. It's perfect. It's the perfect friendship. The actors do a phenomenal job. Like, every time they're on the screen, no kidding, I am engaged, and I'm pretty sure you are too. Great scenes. That is the one thing we all can agree on and take away from season 1, is that those two characters are the best part about Rings of Power. Also, another thing I want to add on, Galadriel mentions her husband, I forgot his name, but not only mentions her husband, but explains that he died. I mean, I felt like that bombshell was just dropped out of thin air. I was like, wait, what? You have a husband? Okay, and then, wait, what? Your husband's dead? Like, she's like all about, you know, getting revenge for her brother, right? You know, finding Sauron, no matter what it takes, avenging her brother. But then you find out she has a husband. Why not avenge him too? Like, what? I'm just going to take it as the husband is clearly not dead. So maybe they'll continue that storyline in season 2, but I felt like it was just dropped randomly. Like, out of nowhere, out of thin air. She just drops that. I mean, that's something of a plot line you mention at the beginning of this series and then bring it up yet again in this episode or in the finale, and then therefore continuing that plot line in a heavier detail in season 2, which they are filming right now. But I felt like this was dropped, and I felt like that won't be discussed in the finale. Watch. She probably won't bring it up again in the finale until season 2. But it was just out of nowhere with that, with her husband. I mean, that's quite shocking. And you think, like, Galadriel is so driven in this series to get back at Sauron, to find Sauron, to avenge her brother. And it's just like, you have a husband right there. Avenge him too. Find out what happened to your husband. I feel like I'm hating on this show, and I'm not. When you can go look back at all my reviews after each episode, and I've enjoyed each episode, but I found it just okay. And then episode 6 hit me, and I was like, boom! This episode is phenomenal. This is what I've been wanting out of this series. But no way in hell is this episode worse than episode 3. I want you guys to understand that. I did not enjoy episode 3 until like the last few minutes of that episode with the fight between the orcs and the elves and Arendelle just being a badass. But yeah, this episode is like a 2 out of 5 for me. It's just okay. It's a major step down from episode 6. Hopefully the finale does this season justice, but so many things have to be wrapped up going into season 2. Therefore, I feel like some things aren't going to be wrapped up, and there's going to be a lot of plot lines that are, you know, filled with question marks leading into season 2. And I'm cool with that, but I just don't want too many plot lines just, you know, cut off and, hey, figure out what's going to happen in season 2 with this plot line or this story right here or this character right here. It's just going to be like, I don't want that to happen. But I don't need everything to be answered this season, but the last thing you want is just so many question marks going into season 2. I mean, we still don't know who Sauron is, and we still don't know who these other 3 female characters are. The Eminem character, I mean, she just pops in and just, you know, blows flame on the Harfoots, which was quite wild. We don't know who that is. I mean, I still think Halbrand is Sauron. If you're with me on that, comment in the comment section down below. But, yeah, sorry if this review is coming off of me, like, hating on this episode. I don't hate the episode. I just thought it was a step down from episode 6. There are some things I did enjoy while watching this, as you guys can see in my highlights of this reaction. There's some things I did enjoy, but there are some things I did not enjoy, and there were times where I was watching this episode and I felt bored and it was a drag. But then something excited me, and then I was intrigued and I was reeled in once again, and then the episode started to drag and it reeled me out, and then I was reeled in back again into the episode. But no way in hell was this as bad as episode 3, like I said. But I just see this as it was an alright episode. Not an okay episode, not a good episode. It was alright. I just hope episode 8 is just a good episode. Yeah. If it gives us the action, good thing. But mainly with our character development and the story and the pacing of it all, smashed into one, makes a good Rings of Power episode, just like what episode 6 was, or just like what episode 1 was. I enjoyed episode 1. I'm probably a rare Rings of Power person that enjoyed episode 1. And I enjoyed episode 4, and I think if I remember correctly, I enjoyed episode 5 too, but I really enjoyed episode 6. So hopefully episode 8 reels me in. So hopefully you guys reel it in with me once again for the finale for Rings of Power. This is a long review of this episode, but I had a lot to talk about after, experiencing episode 7. So if you stayed to watch this review, thank you. Sorry this review lasted long. I try to keep these things below, 5 or 8 minutes. But it looks like this one's going to go past 10 minutes. But episode 8, make sure you guys come right on back to reel in episode 8, the finale of Rings of Power. What did you guys think about my reaction? Comment that down below. What did you guys think about this episode? And what do you expect in the finale? Yeah, some people are going to disagree with me on this one. Some people are going to like this episode. Some people are going to, hate this episode. I feel like with Rings of Power, it's 50-50 each week. But I felt like a lot of people came together and enjoyed episode 6. So hopefully, a lot of people come together and enjoy episode 8, because that's going to tell us if, episode 8 is a good episode. We shall see. But we can see all together by reeling in episode 8 when you guys come back here and click on episode 8 reaction here at Reel It In Reactions. But make sure you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so you are able to reel it in once again with me for Rings of Power. This is Reel It In Reactions. I'm Reel It In Miles. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.